Today I'm going to talk about the significance of the number 5 when it comes to memorizing the fretboard. Keep that number 5 in mind because once I show you this simple concept, you will have the freedom like never before to play in any key up and down the fretboard. So grab your guitar and let's get into it. So now we've got one more section of 5 patterns to look at. And this time we're talking about the caged shapes. And caged is exactly just like it says, C-A-G-E-D. Do you have to start on the C? No. But the key to it again to remember is they always go in the same order. And we're only going to look at this from a standpoint of a major chord. So in this example, I'm going to use the D major chord. So this would be a D major chord with the D shape of the cage system, but we're going to go up to the C shape and start there. So this is what the C shape of the cage system looks like. So once again, we're playing a D major chord and we're on the C shape. Well, I can now put my index finger here and play this bar chord, which you should be pretty familiar with. And this is the A shape of the cage system. So once again, we've got C, A, and now guess what? We're going to G. Well, G would look something like this right here, or you could just play from the 4th string down. You could start with your 5th string, which is a really popular thing to do. And that's one of my favorite ways to use this shape because now you get some of your cool double stops. Starting with the 1 right here. And now you're in that G shape. So now we go from our G shape to our E shape. Once again, we've got our D chord. So the E shape would be right here, starting with the 10th fret, this D note right here. So we've got C, A, G, E. Now all we got to do is D. So we're back to here. Now the D looks like that or that, but if you played from this note, then what I do is like a D sus2 chord. So once again, these shapes really quickly. C, A, G, E, and then D. All right, so we broke down all the 5 patterns that we need to memorize. So what I want to do now, don't go anywhere because this next part is really, really cool. And I'm going to break it down for you once again, these cage shapes. Within each one of these cage shapes, you will have a mode scale pattern or your pentatonic position that we talked about. This is what's really cool. So if you're in this C position right here, then where your fingers are on the fretboard, you're in perfect shape for this Phrygian Mode scale pattern. Once again, we can end up on our root note. Okay, so that was our C shape right there. Now we're going to go to our A shape. And this is going to use the Mixolydian Mode scale pattern. We started on this D. We could end up at that D right there. Okay, so here's your G, and that's going to use the Aeolian Mode scale pattern. So check this out. The next one is E. You can use the Ionian Mode scale pattern. And our last one, of course, is going to be D. So for the D, it's going to be the Dorian Mode scale pattern. So once again, you're in this shape, and you can do something like this. There's your root note, which is your D. So once again, keep in mind, the key to memorizing this fretboard is all about the number 5. Because once you memorize those 5 mode scale patterns, 5 pentatonic scale patterns, and 5 caged shapes, I guarantee you there is no reason why you can't learn to solo and improvise in any key over this whole fretboard. The rest is just using your ear and having fun because that's what playing guitar is all about. So thanks for watching, keep rocking, and I'll see you in the next one.